All right, we are back on Morning Line, shifting gears here. We've got new people sitting in these seats over here, and it's this is Jeff Jarrett.
Come on,
Isn't it cool to see
Good
the
morning,
wrestling
sir.
legend? It's nice to have you on.
I just jumped right in, right?
Yeah, well, you got Ethan Frizzell here
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
Major.
With Salvation Army. Major, you're the major.
The boss.
The boss. All right. Well, guys, you know, we've had the News Channel 5 team out ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. In fact, I saw them doing some dance challenge. Did you see the video of that? Two of our teams in the afternoon, they were doing the dancing and ringing the bells, I think over at the Melrose Kettle.
That's right. They had a great time.
Yeah.
Bringing joy to the Red Kettle Challenge. Really gets
Did you
everyone.
dance?
I did dance. I did dance.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I danced behind a dancer, so my moves look a little rough, but that's okay.
yeah.
We still had fun.
That's
What I
the key.
lack in talent, I make up for in enthusiasm.
And
That's
desire
the
and
key.
effort.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know, if it takes dance to make the rent, then we'll dance in order that others get rent.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going good this year, by the way, in terms of not only people just putting money in the kettles, but didn't they say, and I don't know if you did this last year, but now people can do it with their credit card and Venmo. I don't know. Can they?
Absolutely. There's so many ways to give now. What we invite people to do is text the word kettles to 484848, and they'll give them multiple ways to give. We even have a mini kettle, the car, that you can take a picture of, and it will pop up an opportunity to give. We recognize that a lot of people now are not carrying cash,
Right.
but we still ask them to engage fully the bell ringers, because the bell ringers are just people who want to bring joy and want to change lives. So whether you have cash or not, stop by the kettle, say hello, but you can text kettles to 484848 or visit Jeff's team online
That's what we're gonna do.
at salvationarmynashville.org.
We need to stop this.
Okay.
Like, I thought I was the promoter and he was the major. Now he's promoting and I'm going to talk. But no, all kidding aside, what the kettle represents, it really is. We raise money, $1,000 for a team.
Okay.
But what that really does is, and this is where it's really near and dear to my heart. About 2 years ago, I became involved with Salvation Army and the folks and everything. And when you really understand what that kettle's all about, what it represents, it's $1,000. People experience homelessness. It takes them and gives them a bed, gives them food for a month. So it's really a cool cause. We're having a lot of fun. The mini kettle and everything goes with it. And I'm going to challenge all you wrestling fans out there. I'll do the call to action. I want you to, we're having fun here. He gives you ways to do it, but it's a very, very serious, and especially this time of year. We just had the Rock the Red Kettle.
Right.
At the Preds game on Tuesday night, which was really a big event, raised a lot of money out there. We've got a thing going on at Glow out there, which is really cool.
Right behind the station here.
Yes, it is, and I'll let him get into that. But no, it's very, we're having fun, but it's a very, very serious.
And remind folks, when you came on last year too, okay, why is Double J involved? What was it that grabbed you again?
About 2 years ago, I went through a rough time in my life, and I saw firsthand with a couple of programs I was working with just what the Salvation Army does. It's a church, and I'm a man of faith. But when you get right down to the core, the people that have really been dealt a bad hand or going through a tough time, there's all kind of testimonials that go in, not just around holiday season, 365 days a year, that people going through a tough time, Salvation Army's there to lend a hand. And it's really, I can't even put it into words how rewarding it is, and that's what I want people to enjoy and to experience. That you know, Nashville is booming. This town, it has never seen the success. Got a lot of traffic go with it, but you know, there's a lot of money in this town, and there is a lot of things going on, and I want to be a part of touching other people's lives, and the way we do that is through the Red Kettle.
Okay, and it's been around. Everyone knows the Red Kettle going way back. Now, he was talking about what's going on back behind the station here, and talk about that.
Yeah, so we have a great partnership this year with Glow, and we have a digital angel tree. This year, the Salvation Army will help over 8,500 children and seniors have Christmas, and it's a privilege to do that. And so Glow has put up a digital angel tree that allows people to go online at salvationarmynashville.org and adopt angels. And this morning, we still have over 300 angels left. And so if anyone hasn't picked up their angels yet, we invite them to go and do that. And so they're promoting that. And it's interesting. interesting. This morning, as I was driving by the Salvation Army at our supportive housing, a young man was coming out the front door with his backpack on and walking to school. I guess he was about 10 to 12. And it reminded me that the day before Thanksgiving, we were able to sign 3 or 4 rent checks that allowed families to move out of our supportive services and into their own house. And so sometimes on cold and dark days when you're ringing the bell or challenging people to give into a team, what I'm mindful of is that the Salvation Army has many residents living with us today that are hoping to be in their own home by Christmas. Our goal is to move one person every other day into housing. And it's a challenge in this market, but they have jobs, they're saving their money, we help match their money to move them out. And it's kind of crazy, isn't it, that the sound of a kettle and a bell or a virtual team can actually help someone move into their own house. And for me, there's no greater joy than knowing someone's in their own house for the holidays. And so that's why we fight so hard and we invite others to do it.
He's a better promoter than me.
No, the guy's got it down.
He does.
I don't know if he's better than you,
but it really, it's something major.
It is. You know what I just loved
guy.
when he picked up that bell. And you remember when we were kids. That was what I remembered. Now, I know there's all these other ways of giving now, electronically and all. I still, as a point, I know we don't carry cash much. I know you're always loaded. You've got to roll. No, all right, but we don't carry cash much. When I go into the Kroger or whatever grocery store I end up coming out of, I always make sure to get some change as I go out. This time of year, because I just enjoy putting the money, because they're right outside the door. I go to the Kroger in Providence or the Publix in Providence, and if they're out front, I'm popping it in there, but I want to get the cash to do it. And it's just the bell. You ring that, it just flashes, I think, red. And
the cool thing is, and a lot of people, and again, he knows all the particulars, but we've condensed our days of actually ringing, but it's something that has shown great dividends. And like the other night at the Preds game, there were little girls that came by, and the mom was giving the money and actually putting it in, but the same kind of joy of actually putting money into a kettle.
And it can be any amount you'll accept. Every once in a while, you guys have a story of someone throwing a Krugerrand in there or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, we're more than willing to accept them again this year.
You'll take gold,
that's
right?
We'll be glad to.
Gold coin.
But it is true. It's interesting. It's almost a romantic sound at Christmas, isn't it?
Oh, and it is now part of Christmas.
It's part of Christmas. It's the sound of hope. And some people are wondering why they're not seeing us earlier in the week. But what we recognize is people are carrying less cash. So you see us a lot more on the weekends.
Right.
And that way, when people are giving a 5 or 10 or 20, which is what people are carrying for cash, that they know that it's still a good investment, but we don't want anyone to feel bad by walking by the kettle and not having money. So still stop by, say hello to the bell ringer, give when you can, but encourage the bell ringers.
There's the gang out there yesterday, by the way.
Oh, look, they had a good time.
There's Rory and Carrie.
Look at them ringing away.
Oh, yeah.
Nick, where are you?
I was not out there yesterday.
So you still have time to volunteer.
Yeah. Do you take volunteers in general?
We do.
Okay.
And so we'd love...
Still, I mean, at this time.
The truth is that volunteers just do so well, right? Because you go out there and ring for a couple of hours.
Right.
We do have a few people that we hire to ring bells, and we do that very intentionally. We have a lot of people in Nashville on a fixed income. And with increase of living costs, with increase of rent, is they can't provide Christmas for their own family. So they come and ring the bell for us for a few hours a week, and that supports them. So everybody needs that encouragement because it's helping everyone in the process.
Well, and the other part of it is we wrap things up. And again, when you ring that, that's the jingle bells. Right? That's what it is for holidays. But just keep in mind, there's so many people asking for money this time of year, and a great many of them very legitimate. Okay,
absolutely.
But there's scam artists as well. The thing I like about the Salvation Army, you see the bucket, the uniform, the bell, and all this, and people out there. You know the money's going where it's supposed to be. You know it's legit. You know it's a great organization that helps a lot of people, and so there's no question. Well, is that one really going to do it? I mean, and I'm not saying others don't, but there's some out there that are scams. This is the real deal.
It is absolutely the real deal.
It always has been.
And when they quantified it to me when I first came on board, and you look at the numbers, and I'm on the advisory board, so I get to. So, but that represents 1 month of a bed and housing and support. It's huge, and so I want everybody. You can go, and he gave you the information. I'm challenging you: get your own team, and if you get a team and you've got a couple of friends, I don't think it's going to be that difficult if you get out there and do a little work to get $1,000, and it's huge for us.
You'd be surprised. Listen,
yes,
guys, you're awesome. Jeff, thank you.
Good seeing you again.
Merry Christmas to you. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Best of luck with all of this, and I hope everyone gives.
Thank you, and I'll be looking for you to sign up for volunteering, or I'm sending Jeff back to the station.
Thank you, guys.
With a guitar.
Bye-bye.